Welcome to Man Does Tech, where I solve the problems you didn't even know you had.
You start by confirming prerequisites. Identify each emergency light and its power feed, and then notify occupants that you will be disabling emergency circuits briefly. Next, make sure you have a permit or authorization if the building requires it. This avoids legal trouble. Use the voltage tester to check live status before touching anything and put on PPE. Once done, apply lockout/tagout to the breaker controlling those lights so you can work safely without unexpected re-energizing. You next access the electrical panel and locate the breaker tied to the emergency lights. Confirm labels by tracing conduit or checking the plan. De-energize that breaker, then test each fixture with your voltage tester to ensure power is off. Once confirmed, apply lockout/tagout devices and document the action. If disabling at the fixture, open the junction box and disconnect the emergency battery pack or wiring harness per manufacturer instructions. This prevents the lights from cycling to battery mode during tests or maintenance. You finish by double-checking that only the intended emergency circuit is off, then tidy connections, remove tools, and keep the lock/tag in place until work is done. Update maintenance logs and inform occupants when normal egress is restored. Schedule repairs if the disable was temporary. If any emergency lights remain illuminated, recheck the battery isolation and confirm you open the correct junction. Sometimes parallel feeds or mislabeled breakers cause this. Trace the feed back to the panel and verify all connections are isolated.
Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.